Got a quick battle from Longshanks and Popcorn Pops. Two very creative armies. I mean, the Lizardmen brought 3 Salamander hunting packs. And then the Vampire Coast, there we go, brought Queen Bess and a Gunnery White. Plus some Carronades. 2 Carronades, Queen Bess, the Shade Wraith Gunners, and then a bunch of zombie deckhands mobs, some with polearms, some without. We also have Animated Hulks, Lampy's Revenge, Count Noctilus, with Melkoths to summon Invocation Heck. And the Gunnery White does have Master Calibration or whatever, Enhanced Ballistics, Accuracy and Reload skill. For the Lizardmen, front line of Skinks, some have Javelins, some don't. We also have Croxagores, triple Sacred Croxagore, one of which is the cohort of Waddle. Triple Salamander Hunting Pack, one is the Umbral Died, and we have Mazdamundi with Apotheosis and his net, none of his bound spells, which is interesting. This Queen Bess is trying to mess up some Skinks. Here is the Enhanced Ballistics, as the Shade Wraith Gunners absolutely light up Salamander Hunting Packs. Queen Bess has a new target. Does it hit the Skink cohorts with their Javelins? Yes, dead center. Nice, 2/3 of their HP gone. Zombie frontline is trying to hold. The Salamanders have gotten in range. They're going to very quickly kill the Shade Wraith Gunners. Their attacks don't do magic damage, but I mean, still, Shade Wraith Gunners just have such a tiny, tiny HP pool. They'll get taken out anyway. As both the cannons are currently focusing down Mazdamundi and a Wraith Storm hits him, he's already taken a lot of damage, and the Vampire Coast is up to an early lead, though they are about to lose their Shade Wraith Gunners in their entirety. Horde of Waddle, stuck fighting Noctilus, on top of Noctilus's support. And Mazda is not appreciating getting shot by these cannons, already down to 5,000 HP and falling, while Lampy's Revenge are following him around. Invocation Heck way too late onto the Shade Wraith Gunners. Unfortunately, that is just going to be wasted winds of magic. But one of Noctilus's summons is out to harass the Umbral Tide, who I also just saw take a Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma. Mazda got set on fire by his own forces, reducing the healing he's about to get, so that is a bit of a bummer, but the Salamanders are doing great work onto the Carronade still. Even the one that is under attack by zombies does not seem too perturbed by that fact and is still just guard mode firing away, taking out this Carronade. Queen Bess probably has to focus on some of these frontline clumps of melee Skinks rather than shooting at already almost dead random Skinks. In fact, it's even going to shoot a Salamander Hunting Pack. I have no idea how much damage that would do. Alright, not a lot. Not a lot. Carronade's still trying to poke down Mazda, whose healing cap's already in sight, but still very far away if you can find time to sit and heal for a bit. Lampy's Revenge is just trying to hold back the front line, but these Salamander Hunting Packs are a real problem for the Vampire Coast, and they're just not doing enough to really kill them. Without the Shade Wraith Gunners, though, to be fair, they don't have a ton of consistent DPS. It's not like they have handgunners or scurvy dogs that can really specialize against that unit. Maybe you could argue the Carronade should be shooting at them, but I don't know if Carronades would do enough damage quickly enough to really save themselves, and they were so close to sniping out Mazda. Sunk cost fallacy is a bit of a winner there. So the Salamanders will clear out the last of the Carronades. Now it's just Queen Bess for the shooting. And she's still trying to fire away at the Salamanders, it's just not amounting much. Another Wraith Storm pokes down Mazda even more. And comes a Queen Bess shot. Noctilus is almost killed off the cohort of Waddle. There's a whole other Sacred Croxagore that is just chilling. Looks like the Salamanders might have new attack orders onto Queen Bess. Maybe. Oh no, they're going to shoot at the Lampy's Revenge, which are weak to fire. Salamander shots aren't armor piercing, so they won't do that much, but still being weak to fire is solid. So they'll do okay. I love how the Lizardmen at this point are just ignoring Queen Bess. They're like, listen, we don't have anything left worth shooting for Queen Bess, so whatever. We'll kill the Lampy's Revenge. I can respect that. Another Melkoths from Noctilus trying to knock out the Umbral Tide himself. Meanwhile, Mazda gets back in here to fight the Gunnery White and maybe Queen Bess. Coast still up by a lot of balance of power, but I'm getting more and more concerned about it, because Queen Bess is fraudulent at this point. She doesn't really matter. And Noctilus is taking a lot of damage from something. Oh, it's being piled on by Sacred Croxagores. Yeah, that'd do it. Doing his best to fight back. We still have 2 full health zombie pole arms that need to get up here and fight with all the Croxagores. They were just trying to defend Queen Bess, but now, like, literally who cares, especially as these flamethrowers are coming in. There's nothing you can do to protect Queen Bess from that. So the polearm zombies probably need to group up around Noctilus, and this is Conquest. They could go take the point, but this game looks like it's not going to be about the point, as another summon is knocking out Salamanders. Queen Bess is down. Bounce power is going towards the Lizardmen a little bit. Still in the Vampire Coast section of their half, but it did get way better for Lizardmen recently. So the Gunnery White is sitting and poking Mazda down still, who is throwing another Apotheosis on himself to heal up, but there are halberds everywhere as far as the eye can see. Noctilus has been fighting alone for far too long. I really want to see the Vampire Coast bring at least one of these halberds over to support him a bit, because he's taking a lot of damage. He's doing damage back, but like he could still use support for God's sake. Lizardmen, what do you have left? Not a lot. We have one healthy skink, a couple almost dead croc scores, a lot of almost dead skinks and salamanders. Mazda's not feeling too hot. But the coast doesn't have a ton left either. We just have some random zombie polearms that could be kited or cycle charged. And Noctilus has taken far too much damage from fighting alone for most of the battle. Gunnery White's still trying to poke down Mazda. Not doing too much damage. And the Croxidors putting a beat down on Nocti. One has 2,000, the other has 1,100, so yeah, they've been doing good. As Mazda gets in there, gets a couple shots down on Noctilus. Noctilus should be able to swing back alright. He's starting to crumble. Did get an invocation to heck off before he was crumbling. Now he's hiding underneath Mazda so that all these missiles have a harder time hitting him and hit the giant lizard lord instead. Stands his ground. He has the hunger, so he's going to heal up as long as he's in melee combat. Mazda's at 2,500 HP. Noctilus is at 1,200. Gets another big shot onto Mazda Mundi. These Croxigors won't quite give up, but everybody is fighting on top of the Vampire Coast halberds. That has to be something. Another Apotheosis for Mazda Mundi, but he is on fire, taking reduced healing as Noctilus stabs him in the back. His healing cap's almost reached, but man, Mazda has healed so much health. Just so much. Zombie Polearm still trying to hold it down next to Noctilus, who's nearly heal capped himself. Mazda's retreating with 1,700 HP, and in the distance, the Gunnery White fighting as best he can against a lot of skinks and croc scores. Vampire Coast back in the lead on the bounce power. Melkoth's trying to take out the Salamander hunting pack, just get rid of that guy while the halberds deal with the croc scores. Ford Waddle finally going to rout as they get some healing from Mazda Mundi, another Apotheosis. Sacred Croxigor is just retreating away from the halberd blob that is left over with Noctilus, and these Skeet cohorts just threw their last jabs. Gunnery White's still unable to escape his fate in the corner. I wonder if he could just try and kill some of the Sacred Croxigors, but it looks like Croxigor is actually going to leave him alone. So Gunnery White needs to turn and shoot. I don't know if I'd bother shooting at Mazda. At this point, you might just want to shoot the random Croxigors. Oh, they're just refreshing their charge onto him. And he's facing the wrong way to get any shots off, so unfortunate missed micros from the Gunnery White here. He really does need to just hold his position and shoot. It's the best he's going to hope for, but Mazda did get a nice charge on Noctilus. Noctilus swings back. Whoop, double click. Worst time to double click. But Noctilus took 2 hits in a row from Mazda Mundi. He's starting to clap back a little bit, but that charge bonus from Zlok is just too strong. 81 charge bonus got a lot of damage out onto Noctilus. Another Apotheosis to try and heal up Mazda Mundi as Noctilus fights at the end, but he is crumbling away into nothingness. He dies, and with him, most of the halberds are going to crumble too. He did check out one last summon on his way out the door. The Gunnery White is crumbling away as well. Lizardmen are taking the lead on the bounce power. They still have the lead on tickets, and they have the point. Now all they have to do is wait out this summon, and they have got it. So Mazda's just going to run away, wait for the summon to die off. Boom. It was a close game. What? Why? Popcorn Pops. Porn Cop Pops. Anyway. Popcorn Pops probably could have won it if he had grouped up Noctilus with some halberds earlier so he didn't lose all that HP for free. Otherwise, it was fine. Also, I think the Lamper's Revenge had to suicide charge the Salamanders towards the end there. Queen Bess did alright. Carronades did fine, considering how small of a map it was. For Longshanks, Mazda got a ton of healing off and just tanked all the damage. Sacred Croxigors did very well. Salamander Hunting Packs did fantastically. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.